Hello, happy Friday. Welcome in. This is your daily spiritual guidance message for this Friday, the 10th of October, 2025. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It's a collective message, it's not personal, so not everything may resonate. It may literally be a sentence, or the whole thing might make sense to you. So use your intuition. If it's something that you're dealing with and it sounds familiar, then this message is for you. So let's see. What do we need to know? Strength. Strength is first out. Okay. So what do we need to know this Friday morning? What do we need to know this Friday morning? Let's see. What do we need to know? Strength card. Beautiful. What's this? Patience wants to come out. Strength and patience here. So I feel that you've had to do some inner work here on yourself, and it's taken a bit of time. Avoid drama. It's taken a bit of time here, and you've kind of isolated yourself. Embrace uncertainty. You had to isolate yourself. Self-regulation. Let's get one more. You had to isolate yourself here, and it's taken a lot. It's taken a lot longer than what you anticipated it would. Boundaries. And I feel that situations you may have been in the past, there has been sort of drama around them. And it's now sort of going through a healing process here. You've now sort of, come to the conclusion that if you're surrounded by drama, you shouldn't really be there. It's like there's something here that I'm not in the right place. If I'm being having to fight constantly for something here, it's not for me. It's having some sort of realization here that just, you know, wanting peace too, but it's like having the strength here to walk away from drama, walk away and put boundaries in place with the people who are bringing you drama. There's something about that. So let's see. What do we need to know today? Friday, the 10th of October. What does the collective need to know, please? Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like no more standing for like, we're just not tolerating the lies. It's like anybody now that tells us something that our intuition just goes, I don't fully believe that. It's like you're not even going to question them. It's like you just walk away from it here. The Magician. It's like you're not even going to. I mean, the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Magician, that is manipulation at its best here. It's like if I get the inkling at all now that there's something about you's not right, I'm not even going to say, I'm just going to walk away from it here. Not even going to bring it to your attention that I know. I'm just going to leave. Nine of Swords. Like those times of sitting questioning yourself. So I don't know whether you have left behind a kind of narcissistic relationship here. Let it be a love relationship or with family or friends or something here. It feels here it's like you've been through a pretty hard process and you now see the signs of things. It's very hard when you're in that kind of environment to see exactly the manipulation that's going on. Because, especially when you're somebody that just has such a pure heart and you want to see so much goodness in people, and you're like, well, I would never treat somebody like that, so I wouldn't expect them to treat me like that. And then to suddenly have the realization this person's been playing me. Three of Swords here. Queen of Cups. This is your energy. What's this? Two of Wands. So it's like playing on that nurturing, loving, kind. The Queen of Cups is kind of like a mothering energy. She's a nurturer. She wants to see people do well. She wants to like be the moral support. She wants to like, you know, make sure you have everything you need, and you've done that at the cost of your own mental health here. King of Swords. May have moved on from a King of Swords energy here. Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of how they're coming across. Very logical, King of Swords has no emotion about it. He just cuts left, right, and centre. Now, he's normally an upright person, and, he speaks the truth, but he's very cold here. Emperor. There may be two people you've had. If this is a family situation, this could be a father and a brother that you've had to. And now we have a Queen of Cup or a Queen of Pentacles here too. So I mean, this could be a father, mother, brother. This could be a family situation here. We could be dealing with air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We have the Emperor, which is Aries. Okay, fire sign, or we have the Queen of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo here. Four of Swords. If this is a family situation that you have been dealing with, and you have like put some firm boundaries in place here and been like, I am not dealing with whatever type of manipulation goes on here. These people are kind of, they're feeling it. They're like, what's going on here? They're at a loss, because what I feel's happened here is that you have just went and decided, you've come to the conclusion of, this is what these people have been doing to me. They're not really my supporters. This is what's been going on, and you've just removed yourself from the situation. You've gone quiet. You've gone within. You're not really communicating here, and these people are sitting going, what's going on? What's happening here? Ace of Cups. That's you filling your own cup here. If this is a family situation here that you've been dealing with, and it's like these people, everybody should be filling into this cup. It should be a mutual thing. It should be a 50-50 thing that everybody's filling into this cup. Nobody has been. Nobody's been filling your cup. You've had to do it yourself here. Three of Pentacles. This is about three here. There's three people here that you've had to really put boundaries with. Judgment. You've made the judgment call on them. It is three people here we're dealing with. So take that as it resonates. That might not be their actual signs. It could be their moon, rising, north node, or Venus signs as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be their sun sign, okay? We have a fire sign, we have a fire sign of an Aries Emperor. We have a King of Swords here, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and we have a Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So if any of that resonates, okay, let's see. Whoa, okay. Four of Cups. This is them. They're all sitting, they could all be sitting around a table, kitchen table, going, what's going on here? Why have we not heard from the collective? Like, why are they not contacting us? High Priestess. Because you've seen things differently now. You understand. And there's part of it here too, I want to say, like, there's the Ace of Swords in reverse. There may be some manipulation around the terms of like, oh, well, we're family, you should always stick by your family, or there's something about that. And you're like, yeah, stick by your family if your family support you. But it's very funny, and what I've found in my own life, it's very funny that when you start to treat people how they treat you, fuck, they don't like it. The complaining starts. Oh, why are you being like this? Why are you not no longer on my beck and call? Well, are you on mine? And the excuses all start. You're like, oh, it's funny how when you get treated the way you treat me, you don't fucking like it. This is what you're doing. It's like you're giving as much out as what you're getting back. Whereas before you probably give 95% here. And you were lucky if you got 5% back. Eight of Pentacles. No longer putting the effort in here. You'll put in what you're getting back. There's boundaries here. It's not as if to say you've completely cut these people off. It's not like you've went ghost and went, I'm cutting you out of my life. If you've boundaries here, the boundaries are, I want you in my life, but there's things you need to do here. There's a certain way you need to behave here. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. So there's only so much you're willing to invest in this now. And they're sort of like, I still feel there's nothing really been outwardly spoken here. I feel that this is all sort of like you have adopted this approach. Six of Wands. Whatever you're working on here, whether this is a career or whether this is just your own personal growth here, it's really starting to show. It's really starting to come through. So if you've been working on something, a career, it's starting to be publicly seen. If it's just a matter, well, it's probably both because you've been working on yourself too here, and that's being publicly seen by people. These people are seeing the change in you, but others are seeing the change in you too. For the better. Justice. But I feel a lot of questions around this of like, how did she do it? How did he do it? Like people wanting to know how you've because your life has kind of changed here, and they're like, how's this happened? The devil. It's because you've seen the toxic, and you've taken accountability here too for the part that you've played in it, because you've enabled these people to be the way they are. You've allowed this to happen. That's a big thing to admit. It's one of the biggest flaws humanity has. We cannot admit when we're wrong, and we cannot take accountability because we've been told it's a sign of weakness. If you hold your hands up and say, I fucked up here. Because it's like it's that sort of thing of and I've said this before, you have a car accident, you hit somebody, like it's fucking obvious it's your fault. You hit somebody. The first thing I say is, don't admit it. Don't admit fault. Even like it's like no way of getting out of this. Like it's so obvious. I drove out in front of somebody and they hit me in the side. It's so fucking obvious. Like, don't admit it. It's not your fault. They just fucking came from the sky. You don't know where they came from. They weren't there when you looked. That's how humanity likes to go through life. It's like, oh, flip me, it's not my fault. I don't know what happened there. Let's all deny, 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 deny. Instead of actually going, do you know what? Yes, I fucked it up here. What can I do to make amends? What can I do here to make sure I don't do that again? We're not good at that. We're good at trying to cover it up. It's like dig a new hole to jump into it to hide from the other hole. But you need to make sure you dig the next hole deeper. Three of Cups. There's definitely three people here. Definitely three people. Six of Pentacles. So there's three here too. Empress. This is you stepping into Empress mode. Male or female, take it as it resonates to you. Strength cards here again. And we've got the King of Cups. I want to really say, I feel that whoever these three are to you, whether this is family, whether this is like a friendship group, whether this is work situation, whether this is some type of love situation that has had other people involved in it and they have been chipping in and having their opinions here. There has been manipulation here. And you really like it's really had to with the three of swords here. I mean, you really had to balance your emotions here. Page of Swords. You really had to go within here, and I kind of like to see because you're coming up here as the Queen of Cups energy. We now have the Empress, but we have the King of Cups here too. So you've balanced your masculine and feminine energies here. You've really done some incredibly hard healing work here. So whoever is resonating with this, congratulations, because this has not been easy. And if this is family that you have had to set boundaries with, you should be extremely proud of yourself because dealing with those closest to you is not easy, especially if you're trying to put boundaries in place. It's not easy because you're dealing with people who will hold their status over your head and go, well, I'm your mother. Well, I'm your father. Well, I'm your brother. Well, I'm your sister. You should be listening to what I say. And they try to like manipulate you that way. And you've stood your ground here. And you've been like, don't, your title has nothing to do with this. It's how you treat me. But as I say, I feel this isn't spoken out yet. If anything, you've sent it to them energetically. But nobody here, we're all kind of sitting around talking about this. The Chariot, the Sun card, the Nine of Pentacles. If you, and then Nine of Cups is underneath the deck there too. If you are doing something on a public platform, these people are sitting watching you and they're seeing you grow. Whatever it is you're doing, you are growing fast. It's growing really fast for you. Something has taken off here in a spectacular way for you, and you're really being seen. So what I said back here, it's like this the Six of Wands energy. You're being publicly seen. And people are wondering like how's the collective done this? Like how have they got to this status here? Like it's a complete transformation in a way. Or maybe not a you've maybe just been the type of person who's been behind the scenes a little bit too and never really said that much. And all of a sudden now you're putting yourself out in the public domain and people are like, oh my god, like there's the collective. And they're listening to what you have to say here. Or they're watching what you're doing. You're gaining a lot of interest here. There's a lot of people interested in what's going on here, what you're doing. And these other people are kind of like, look at that underneath that transformation. Underneath that's father. And ancestors is underneath that. So this is something to do with family. Integration. Okay. Number 35. What's this one? Journey 28. You're on a new path here, or you're on your life path. You've done some kind of healing work. You have set boundaries in place here. You have saw things for what they are, and you are moving forward here. And there are those around you that are watching and are like, they don't really know what to say. they're talking about it here at the minute. They're not actually coming forward to you with anything. Okay. Tending your inner child is a hero's journey. If you hold these cards in your hand, you have heard the call and answered it. There are three phases in this journey: the departure, the initiation, and the return. During the initial phase, you prepare for the quest. In the second phase, you meet obstacles and overcome them. Then you finally return home, having integrated the lessons and insights of the journey. These two are the same here. It's the same meaning here. If you feel alone in this journey, this card is here to remind you that you're always held. You never walk alone and you never journey for yourself alone. Your impact extends to the generations before you and those that will follow you. You are stepping into the reward and challenging path of mastery, acquiring deep wisdom along the way before returning home more whole than before. The inner child. Invite your younger self to gaze at the colours and shapes in this card. What do you feel? Allow yourself time to be with sensations and emotions as they arise. Where do you journey as you sit with this image? Take a few breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Release any heaviness and responsibility your younger self took upon themselves that belonged to the adults in their life. Offer these responsibilities back to the adults. It is important to travel light, releasing anything you're carrying for your lineage. Identify what you have been carrying that isn't yours. For example, did you feel responsible for taking away your mother's sadness or anxiety? Say out loud to each caregiver you felt you had taken care of, mum, dad, stepmom, etc. This is your sadness, grief, fear, etc. I respectively give it back to you. I trust you will take care of it. This is something about seeing how people have treated you as actually their own insecurities. That's what you've realized here. It's like people have sort of like maybe how they've spoken to you, or there's certain things that has been passed on to you here that has been things that others should have dealt with, and you've seen that now. And that's why you're guarding yourself here and you put the boundaries in place. You're like, I'm no longer going to be your scapegoat. You're no longer going to be like, it's almost these people are like avoiding doing the healing work themselves, or they don't see it that they have to do the healing work, but they're happy to pass it on to somebody else and make that person feel heavier, make you feel heavier. That makes them feel better. So if you resonate with this and you want to come along, I'm going to, the link up for the extended will be below. I'm going to take a look and see what we don't see coming here, any blockages, what the outcome is, and then we'll get some angelic advice. So if you want to come along, the link will be below and I'll see you over there.